Hi friends, I'm Koda. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So today I'm continuing my Townie Makeover series. If you haven't seen the previous episodes of this series, I'll leave a link to the playlist in the cards. I've done Bella Goth and Cassandra Goth and also Penny Pizzazz, and now I'm moving on to the Calientes, and I'm starting out with the matriarch Katrina Caliente. Now, Katrina is an adult, not a young adult, so I do kind of regret that my default skin does kind of make her look very smooth skinned and just kind of like a young adult. I tried to add some eye bags to try and like add a little bit of age to her face, but she does kind of end up looking like a young adult, so I guess she's had some Botox and also some like skin resurfacing, just like she's looking real good for her age. I wish my skin was that smooth and pretty, and I am 31. I am definitely not old enough to have two adult daughters. So Katrina is a bit of a cougar. When you start the game, she has moved her boy toy, Don Lothario, into the house with her and her daughters. So I wanted to reflect that a little bit, but not in like a trashy way. I didn't want her to look trashy. I wanted her to look kind of powerful and like a woman who like really knows like what she wants and how to get it. So I ended up going for like kind of like quite a smart look for her. I used some like cropped jeans and like this like kind of lacy bodysuit. But I also gave her this lemon yellow blazer over the top because I thought it made her look like it's appropriate for her age, but it's also kind of sexy and kind of powerful, and with those white heels, like she's got it together. And I changed her hair out for one that I feel like is quite like similar in idea to her original hair, but it is CC hair, and it's just got a lot more like movement and interest to it. So it's just a little bit more sort of natural than the original hair that she had. I also changed the color slightly to a slightly more natural red, like the really fiery red. I felt just didn't go quite as well with her skin tone, and her hair is clearly dyed anyway. She has like brunette eyebrows, which is like no shade on that. I dye my hair red plenty of time, and I have my brown eyebrows. So this is something that I wanted to talk about. Her athletic wear, the tennis dress that I've put her in, it has the Nike swoosh on it, which is against sort of my like personal ethics and rules that I have with CC. So a couple of things that I have with CC. Now this first one is just personal preference. I never use anything with words that aren't in Simlish in them. But something that ties into that is I never use anything with real life branding or iconography. My reason for that I would think would be fairly obvious, but since I see a lot of like CC with real life brands on it, I thought that I might talk about it because intellectual property rights or IP rights are pretty important to understand and respect. And I see a lot of it in the community where people are using trademarked or copyrighted material, using assets that are ripped from other games, or being used against their terms of service from like Turbo Squid and sites like that, and also using real life branding that they do not have the rights to use. And that really bothers me. I've been in other communities with similar like custom content creation, and like the previous community that I was in is much better at cracking down on that sort of thing, and it's also like very supported by the platform that it's on. Like the platform it's on is pretty strict about policing because they're the ones who are facing the DMCA's. DMCA is Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and it's something that you can file to have your copyrighted material taken down if it's being used without your permission. I guess that's a lot harder to police with The Sims because the copyrighted material is spread out on different sites. I don't know how various sites respond to DMCA's. I assume that places like the Sims Resource has a policy with that, but like a lot of real world companies, this is small potatoes and they're not going to be taking it down, but it's still the principle of the thing. It's important to be ethical about this stuff, particularly if you, like me, have a YouTube channel and are a content creator. So let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this? Do you like to use branded content? Do you like it because it adds a sense of realism to the game, or do you steer clear of it like me? Let me know. I'd be really curious to see where my audience falls on this. And I've certainly talked about this for long enough. It's your guys' turn. So this video is coming to an end. We're going to go into the screenshots shortly. So just wanted to say thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. And I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye.